Now's the time you decide to stop showing episodes in pairs, Nick? By the way, I'm sure most people know by now, but as the result of last week's episode schedule spook, from now on the episodes will still air, but only online and only one episode at a time.
Next Friday night at 8, catch a brand new Korra adventure you can't see online or anywhere else but here.
Yeah, you really called that one. As for episode 8, The Terror Within, or the more accurate title, Shit Just Got Real. This season has officially gotten an adrenaline shot, and that shot was full of season 2. Now, as I've said, season 2 was a bit of a mess, but there is still plenty of good stuff in there. And, besides the obvious, 2 of the better elements played prominent roles in this episode, and that is the brilliant devious stylings of Varric and Detective I'm Finally Doing Something This Season Mako. The first half of the episode was possibly the greatest action scenes we've gotten so far, and we've gotten some pretty good ones. This is certainly the most complex and the most coordinated. No sloppy first-time airbenders, but a team of fully skilled metal benders versus the uber benders. Seriously, none of these benders are ordinary. A waterbender with no arms, the now coined combustion bender, by the way, yes, the hair, let's all move on, the airbender who couldn't even airbend a couple months ago. You gotta wonder what exactly he did for the team before then. You gotta say, I bet he was really happy to get those powers just so the others would stop making fun of him. And oh yeah, the lava bender. Holy crap, the lava bender. I'm not even sure how to feel about that. Either impressed that they acknowledge that lava is indeed rock and technically not fire, but it's also out of continuity with what they've shown in the past. I mean, can earthbenders generate that kind of heat? And can firebenders bend just heat? I know, don't pull the logic science card with these kind of series, but consistency is still important. And it's even more impressive that we've seen all the amazing bending that these guys can do, but it does also humanize them to see that they are beatable. And boy, Korra, you sure learned metal bending quickly. I mean, I don't know how much time has passed, but this is serious fluid. I could probably take Lin now metal bending.
Woohoo! Metal bending champion!
Oh look, season 1 Korra. The fan base is going to be so happy. I honestly feel really bad for Bolin. It was actually probably for the best that you were down for that fight so that we could see other people doing things, except for Asami. But then starts the conspiracy, because Aang knows it's not a Korra season without one. But at least now it's very simple. Who let Zahir etc. in and why, as opposed to what became the political clusterfuck of season 2. This is where Varric and Mako shine, deducing that the most likely culprit is the only one in the city who can get away with lying, the truth-seeing Ai Wei. In the most perfect way, I might add.
If I was trying to set someone up, I would tell everyone he's guilty, and then plant the evidence in his apartment as proof.
Oh, you mean exactly like what you did to me?
Yes, just like that. Remember how great that worked?
But I don't know. He's definitely involved because he basically confessed, but my money's on the nameless guard whom the camera decides to pull in close enough so we can see her facial details. And she kept showing up in this episode too. By the laws of visual narrative, this character is definitely going to have a part to play later. Oh, and by the way, who was the only person that Ai Wei did not question? Julie, which, by the way, is only one letter away from Judy. Coincidence? Probably. And by the way, very impressed with you, Korra. You were very careful to answer all those questions without outright lying.
Because things weren't adding up, and we thought you might have some answers.
Think I had something to do with this, do you?
Yeah, sure. He's all the way over there, and he can feel your heartbeat through the floor and your shoes. Oh man, now it is just killing me not to know what Zahir's endgame is. We thought it was this tight circle of nut jobs, but we also know it's in opposition to the White Lotus organization as a whole, which means it could be this whole movement. How many people are involved? How far does this... I twitch! You are so guilty! Oh man, Sue is so guilty! Why else would they have wasted time showing that interrogation? And then right after she regains Lin's trust, she outright lies?
May she help lead us into the new era.
It's the dawning of a new age.
It's so obvious now! Sue! I vouched for you! I thought you had changed! I went on and on last time about Lin berating you for not changing when it seemed so obvious you had, but now, that was the setup. It was another narrative clue to your inevitable guilt like the camera. Oh my god, where did you get the money to build Zaofu? What did you do to Toph? Show the next episode already! Okay, I might need to calm down, but I'm also happy to be this excited. Setting up what could be one of the greatest twists in Avatar history, which probably would have seemed even more impressive if I hadn't just caught up with Red vs. Blue. Good lord, you guys are still making that! But I will say, one of the potential big problems is that when you set up these huge mysteries that are meant to keep the audience on edge for a long period of time, especially across multiple episodes and multiple cliffhangers, the longer you make the audience wait, the more impressive your reveal has to be to match their anticipation. This is exactly how Lost crumbled. Also, that they were basically making it up. So, Animaniacs, who do you think is involved with Zahir? Keep sending me recommendations for things to review, and you stay awesome, Animaniacs!